make holes from above. They had plenty of space to rotate out and rotate back in at will. They had the ability, if Bananas did stay alive, for him to rotate all the way down to red stairs and get back into sight. If he did manage to stay alive, which he didn't. And then you even had the Legion, who was just chilling by red stairs, preventing any push straight into sight through the hole that they made. And in the end, you end up covering quite a bit of the site, and also making the first floor kind of scary to walk onto if you just walk in blind without droning.
Yeah, there was also the benefit there of, while being flashed, that it was the Alda. So as long as you were in the vague vicinity of the doorway and it pointed in that general direction, and the opponent and the opposing operator was standing, I don't think much would generally come out positive for whomever was trying to get the Maestro there.
See, I feel like we need a skin for that Alda, where it just turns it into a fire hose. Cause I swear to God, that thing may as well be when you just, if there's a fire anywhere coming, you just start blasting around that area, and you'll probably kill something.
That's an interesting rotate. I don't think I've ever seen those castles there on those specific windows.
I've seen it once or twice before. I can't remember on the spot the reasoning 100%. I do know because of that rotate, they are going to be trying to hold the bedroom a little bit harder as well. And they did bring in Ella so they could keep the concussions within that area to kind of give her the strength to be able to sit there. But as Ella's probably the queen of post-coders combat with a really high fire rate gun, shotgun too. Yeah, the shotgun will just. If they try to pushing in, you'll just blast them, no second question about it.
Yeah, and also interesting to note here that there's a Rook instead of a Maestro? Or even a Dock, which I find rather interesting. I guess is just indicative of the hold they're trying to do here. As the yellow shotgun just trying to get some views downstairs, and that not exactly panning out, but now they can see down to the kitchen. And they... Oh no!
Oh. He didn't hit him!
No, not at all. None of the pellets hit. But how?
It's going for round 2.
But how? And it looks like we're gonna have a fiery fight over that weird little storeroom stockroom here with the Ella shotgun as they're about to jump in. 2 people coming in, and one of the frags getting eaten by the ADS. That looks like they're trying to fight. Oh, miss.
You can see a little bit of the strength of the hold here, as we have the rotation back into bathroom if he needs it, of deployable shield to prevent him from getting shot from the other side windows, and the castle there also guarding his back to kind of watch the escape. Three minutes later, gonna be having issues.
The internet is awesome, isn't it? I'm having a point issue.
Well, I can say based off this one single JPEG image, which I'm not even sure half this will get picked up, but you know what? I'm gonna just keep talking as if it's gonna. A minute 46 seconds left on the clock. We got only 1 dead for the attackers. A little bit of an unusual hold again for the defenders, so it might throw off the attackers quite a bit, especially with the last round where they had to make a lot of on-the-fly decisions of how to attack it. And, it looks like we are back, and Duke is back into the main lobby screen as he's going to be trying to rejoin the game. I'm not 100% sure how things work, or if the lobby actually just died in general. It looks like we're going to get into the reconnect match. Voting in. By the way, Duke is level 216 with 8,154 currency, and a little bit of the paid currency as well. So he has bought some microtransactions.
Well, are they? And then, oh yeah, they're asking, oh no.
Okay, spoiler, UDM did win that round. How? I'm going to go ahead and say that site hold was kind of wild enough that they weren't able to really make the on-the-fly adaptations, and they ended up just kind of winning through some nice fanciness. And we'll be getting a rehost as well right off the bat. And, of course, now we're going to have to just solve for a lot more time as, we got things going here.
Yeah, and that I guess the shotgun Ella took out those 2 people. That's the only thing we can assume based on the slight information we saw, you know?
From the look of that setup too, you can see where the yellow was playing inside of that closet room with the shotgun. So if anyone enters, the concussion goes off, he starts blasting. If they decide to like try to play like a little bit more passive and throwing grenades and try to flash her out, we got the castle and bathroom. He would have covered, started blasting right back and stopping her from getting killed, or at least trading her in the process. And of course, you know, what else possibilities can we get? The people from below could try shooting her out. I don't think they really had a shotgun utility to be able to blast a big enough hole to actually fish her out. And even if they did, they would need someone guarding the shields on the other, or guarding the other side of the windows to cover the rotate. And obviously, more likely, she'll just end up running into bathroom, in which case they don't have a great vision on, and Castle's also covering that as well. So that still works out in UDM's favor overall.
Yeah, that is interesting that they did basically make that bathroom master and that weird little area that they put the castles in as one room functionally, just because they blew out the entirety of the middle panel into bathroom from that small like closet, I guess you would call it, and the master. And I think that's an interesting idea that I hopefully will see more of, not necessarily with the yellow shotgun, but that kind of concept is definitely innovative in a sense, because I definitely haven't seen that before.
Yeah, and you know, this is the one thing I like about Summer League in general, where you get to see, like, you know, even though University of Montreal is running their, you know, regular season collegiate team, they're still trying out some fancy stuff, you know, trying to see how different site holds work against different teams. They're experimenting, using this time to experiment, and honestly, this is what you do if you're running with your full team. You just experiment with different strats. It's your time to, like, kind of see how things work and whatnot, and see how well people can adapt to your strats and whatnot.
Yeah,
we're just getting the nice rehost on the way. See, people are slowly entering the lobby as
and
it has been created.
Yeah, and the two locked sites happen to be both the library as the second round and the last round being upstairs.
Yeah, they're going to be going back to Aviator from judging from the previous, right before rehost moment.
Yes.
And, ooh, looks like also another one person joining in. On the topic of doxing everything that Duke has currently, he also bought the Seasons Pass, by the way. Now, what do you think of this ideology was behind buying the Seasons Pass, Coinman?
I mean, I usually do it. It's generally a good idea. Like your average operator value, they release 8 operators a year on average, sometimes a little more. And you're spending 30 for 8 operators, something like that. Right? I think it's 30.
Roughly, I think.
Yeah, roughly 30 US. And by the time you get, and if you buy them individually, it's $40. So just generally the discount, the credits, like the paid currency, and the value of and saving $10 overall seems pretty okay to me.
And also, I'm also noticing back in the stream replay of the 3 minutes before, he also had 9 boosters available. So I think, judging off that high amount of boosters, that also means that he bought battle passes.
And either that, or he's like me, and I've had lots of season passes and just never used the boosters ever.
Yeah,
I'm the guy who goes into RPG boss fights with like 10 bags of potions and then never use any of them.
Yeah, I kind of just keep them until like eventually there's like a skin. Like I saw the Kali skin with the, you know, the classic Skrillex haircut and all that came out, and I was like, as I could tell some people would not like this skin. I want this skin because I really love playing Kali, and honestly, it's like the most different skin out there, so may as well, you know.
Yeah, I haven't seen most of the skins lately, but as long as it looks good, and I think that we're going to be seeing the same kind of absolute nonsense hold here, where if Oryx? Are we going to see an Oryx?
All right.
I'd be excited to see.
I'm pretty sure he's going to stick it. That you cannot just tease the Kool-Aid man and not use it. You gotta walk into every room and make sure you tell your team, "Oh yeah," as you peek. You know, it's just it's law.
But they fixed it so that now you don't use a charge to go through a wall. I don't know if you saw that. That was in the patch notes that dropped today.
Wouldn't you just be able to just infinitely just keep charging walls? I mean, you lose health, yeah, but like.
But yeah, they made it
not really stopping people. You're gonna die at 1 bullet to the head anyways. What's the point of having health?
Yeah, so they made it so that you can run through walls without using a charge, but if you're just dashing to get around, it uses a charge. So I believe it checks for the wall like impact, and if it does, it doesn't use a charge for that because it's under the assumption that if you're using it for that kind of movement, it doesn't want to penalize you for it.
All right, we just need a map now with like a lot of walls in between sites, so you can just keep charging through infinitely until you're 1 HP. And of course, even at that point, what's stopping? What are you gonna do? Get down? You'll be fine.
Does it use them?
The patch isn't live just
okay,
yet.
it used to use all of them. It used to use all of them to go through all. There we go. I knew there was a change, something like that. Okay, crisis averted, and now we are starting the push into site as we already have the balcony door open. And we're just doing the slow push down on the first floor because they know that someone's going to be on those stairs.
Yeah, they remember the setup from last time. They were expecting a similar kind of setup and trying to see if they could kind of work around it. And of course, this time we got a little bit of difference with the Plats coming in here as orcs. They may not 100% know yet. I'm not sure if they droned him out. And ooh, looks like we got some more aggressive spawn peeks from across the map here with bananas. Gonna be going for that nice peek. Not really catching anyone just yet. And ooh, oh my goodness, Sus went down as he entered into the doorway. Not 100% sure what happened there, but I'm gonna guess he got gunned by the smoke. We also threw a smoke canister at the same time. Looks like we're not gonna be focusing on rezzing the thermite. And I also noticed that someone actually is missing from MMC here, as there is a missing tile there, and it's kind of an unfortunate disconnect to happen in this situation. However, game must go on at this point. We got some nice little lovely bleed out timers going. Sus just sitting there like, you're gonna revive me? Yep. Anytime, buddy. We got this. Oh, here comes IQ to the rescue.
Hey, I'm surprised that they don't know because the IQ got hit by the Maestro, I think. Unless there's not one in that room there. Guess not. And as we're going in here, Wiz getting out Klimps with the Alda, canceling the reload here as the smoke gets cut out on red stairs, and now the IQ is whirling around the corner into 90, just face checking that corner as they were man down and just trying to go for it. Now with a minute left in the round, it's a 4v3, so relatively close here. Though health not generally being everyone's friend here with the Wamai being thrown out onto one of the panels to see if they can get into B site, which is what I think they expect their push to be here.
And the Orcs also here playing below, checking to see if any of them drop through the hatch, try to rotate around.
No, Oryx is going to go up the hatch, buddy.
Oh, right, I forgot about that ability.
He's just going to wait, and then when they push into sight, he's going to go up the hatch. And oh boy, lad, this is going to be a party. And no, he got caught! Oh, I was so excited to see the nonsense. With 30 seconds left in the round here, they managed to grab the Oryx, who's heading downstairs to go up the hatch. I'm mildly disappointed by their awareness to catch the Oryx.
And ooh, 20 seconds left on the clock. We got a lot of hurt people on the attacking team. Only 2 of them left here as we have the double breach team. Could open up some walls if they want, but it looks like Men's gonna get taken down. It's just up to Sus to suss the situation out. But he sussed himself into a man who's going bananas and takes him down with the Jaeger gun. And my goodness, just runs up the staircase, goes in for the nice shoot, and oh, quick scoped him as he did not even get to the full ADS part before even killing him.
Yeah, that was a generally exciting round. I really wanted to see the Oryx work. Let's be real. That was the highlight of the round, is almost seeing the Oryx do the thing. But still, good on University of Montreal for recognizing what kind of push there was going to be and making them check all those obtuse places. Because who would actually look down that hatch, right? I think they did spot out the Oryx, so they were able to at least know that there was one. But it's very rare that you would think that the Oryx can jump.
Ooh, it's nice Monty playing here. Gonna bring in the shield to kind of give them more pushing power. And honestly, I think MMC doesn't need it, as you can see here over time, you know, they try walking into, like, for example, Aviator, right? They get into study, sure, but now they're kind of stuck there. They're afraid to peek the doorway because they know that there's people just getting ready to peek it and also swing on it, so kind of making them resistant to go for the peek, as well as the entire hallway, you know, you got going on. You had a smoke playing there with some smoke charges, just smoking them off, preventing himself from getting peeked and stalling them out even longer, and also getting some shots onto some of the key members of MMC's team. So the Monty is probably the better pick for MMC in the situation, and especially with how they've been going. And actually, yeah, we're seeing Kitchen and I can't remember the room is called. I completely drawing a blank. But either way, we're seeing the Kitchen site, and I'm kind of curious to see what they'll do here, because so far they've been doing a lot of different type of holds and stuff like that. I'm kind of curious to see if they just keep it standard here, or try something else on this site.
I just find it wild that they decided just collectively, yep, the offsite is going to be our second site our secondary site every single time. I find that
sometimes people really actually do like offsites. You'll see some teams, I mean, very rarely, but they do exist sometimes where they're actually better at the third site than they are the second site. And
yeah.
I'm not saying EDM's that type of team, because this is still Summer League. They could just be trying to go for the experimentation, some nice practice and whatnot. However, these holds are actually pretty legit for their offsites, and I could see why they would have confidence in still picking it in semifinals of Summer League.
Yeah, I just find it crazy that the fourth site, the quaternary site, was what they chose, and then consequently won, which I find absolutely wild, because everybody usually hates library with a fiery passion. As the Monty's just kind of walking around upstairs, doing the human drone thing. I don't think anybody's actually in master bathroom. So yeah. I think he's just clearing everyone out of the aviators, or not aviary, statuary over on that side.
It's looking like a very heavy first floor hold for the defenders. I'm not sure if there's anyone even upstairs. Is he 1, 2, 3? Yeah, 5 people down. No, that's the attacker. Yeah, everyone's put downstairs, or maybe basement if we're missing one more person. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. But they are kind of giving up the first floor control. If they do go for the peak or something like that, they'll just decide, what, it's fine, we'll just shoot them. Or, there you go, C4 them. Buck wants to make holes, it's fine, I'll just toss him a nice care package and help him out with the holes. Men gonna get the headshot onto Wiz, taking him down, and that's gonna be the castle going down. So it's not a too high impact break, but however, still a definite kill that they're gonna need to give them more pushing power in the end, as less guns are always better. We got, oh my goodness, from above and catching the other one. Gonna be taking down that mute charge afterwards. Thermite opening up the wall, and Monty just chilling and trying to figure out how he's gonna poke his head on this one and not get punished too hard, as he does have his back exposed if anyone does peek the door, in which case the Thermite now has to cover that, as the rest of the defenders are more so thinking about how they're going to keep this one going, as Men also can take down Plats from also being above.
That was a good hit from the Monty. Now the Monty's going chasing. Oh boy, the Monty's going to try and take down Bananas. Bananas is going to tag one, maybe even a second here. Yep, got the second, but how can you beat a one-on-one with the Monty without a C4 here? That's the real question.
Honestly, Bananas will find a way, except for the fact that Mend is just going to finish him off too with a headshot. And probably the MVP of that round there is taking down so much of UDM's members there. My goodness.
He did take 4. He took 4 in that case. And the Monty timing the melee there to take 1 as well. I do, and as you may have noticed, the change that's 6 months old now, maybe, where you down them instead of immediately killing them with the melee of the shield.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That was dumb time.
It was kind of egregious with the Blitz Extreme Flash and also Blitz Super Speed for a while.
The Blitz Super Speed was only in a test server for like a month. It really didn't, in the long run, didn't really change too much.
It was at least amusing, because sometimes you just forget a 0 or fill a value with a 0 because he just didn't have the shield negative for the speed.
Yeah, I remember before I realized it was a thing 100%, I got like an ace with Blitz just running at every single